I'm gonna walk you guys through how I spent my day as a homeless man in Istanbul, Turkey. I was heading to the Philippines and my layover in Istanbul, Turkey was 23 hours. So in order to wait in the airport for that long, I decided to step out and make the best out of it. I went to passport control and they told me I need a visa. So the visa was going to cost me $30. Got my visa. I needed a local currency to start my day off. Getting in the cab to leave the airport. Basically homeless in Istanbul for the day. I don't know where I'm at, but I'm gonna walk around, see what I can find to eat, spend some time, look at some tourist sites, and then head back to the airport later on, so I can take my flight. A whole day, I'm homeless. I have nowhere to sleep, nowhere to relax, nowhere to shower, but I'm gonna make the best out of it. Okay. I realized that the airport is really far away from everything else, so I had to ride the cab for almost an hour, like about 50 minutes to get to this place. And I mean, it was a beautiful place, right? Mizar Karsisi, established in 1664. I mean, it looks like you were in the movies because you just don't see things like this around anymore. As you could see, the place is well kept. It is beautiful and there are plenty of shops, small shops, right? Turkish people like very colorful stuff, and even the stuff that's being sold in the shops is like kind of ancient. So I'm just out here walking this old market. Like they have outdoors as well. Unbelievable.
Desens.
Okay, what's the name of it?
Börek.
Börek?
Börek.
Börek.
Yes.
Okay, you said we have cheese.
Cheese pie.
Cheese
With
pie.
just cheese. Yes.
Okay.
But traditional cheese for the breakfast Turkish people.
Okay, okay. Thank you. When I have that with some coffee, please. I am not a coffee guy, but because of my layover and the time differences, jet lag, and all that stuff, I decided to get some coffee so I will have the energy to walk around. Being homeless is it's not fun. So imagine not knowing where you're going to sleep, where to relax. I'm sure you probably figure out where you're gonna shower, but I don't because this is only for a day, so I don't know where I'm gonna shower today. Basically, I'm not gonna shower until I get to where I'm going. But it's a whole day where I cannot relax. I have to constantly find a place to go to, find somewhere to eat, someone to use the restroom. Um, you know, to top this off, I have not seen a single black person since I landed and left the airport. I have not seen a black person out there. It's crazy. I literally have not seen a black person out here. So, but people are friendly. The the buildings are totally different look wise. It looks like a very old town where I'm at right now, and it's quite interesting. I'm very chill. I don't like just walking around all the time, but I have no choice, right? See that I sit under this tree and meditate like Buddha. I actually don't like sitting for a long time. Being, sedentary for a long time hurts your lower back. I started experiencing some lower back pains during my military times when I was working in the office. I've made it a habit to kind of like walk around every 30 minutes or lie down, one of those. I don't like sitting for a long time at all. I noticed that a lot of women smoke in Turkey. A lot of people actually smoke in Turkey. Seems like it's a common thing, like cigarettes. A lot of people smoke cigarettes. Came to have coffee this morning was a lot of women actually. I saw more women smoking cigarettes than men. So it seems like I wouldn't say it's part of the culture, but it's not something that people are ashamed of here. One thing I learned. Um, there is really not a lot of black people at all. I've been out here for 5 hours and I've seen two black guys, Americans walking around. So it's a beautiful place though. They have a lot of historical sites. And this reminds me of New York train station, right? The subway. But it's not. It's actually quite brilliant. It's an underground passing, right? Instead of crossing the street, you gotta go underground. This is brilliant. This is like supposed to be like a tunnel. The road, cars are passing on top of this, and then they set up shops out here underground. It's brilliant. Never seen anything like this before. If this were New York, it will probably be like a train station. You only get this vibe in the train station. The mosque. Now let's enter.
This is stunning, like old architecture. It's more beautiful than, I love new design, but just don't see these around. It's stunning. I think it's a mosque because people are taking off their shoes to go inside. I don't want to just go in.
But I did go in. I did enter because I saw that, other tourists were entering. So I felt like, it's okay to enter. I took off my shoes and I entered. Just left the mosque. It was very peaceful in there. I actually grew up Muslim. My friends are still praying. So I'm more of a spiritual person now, but I think I gotta go back.
We are Yani Kemi, the same mosque. This is behind it. There's a lot happening here. A lot of shopping activities, chilling spot. It's really beautiful, man. Really beautiful. One thing I noticed here is like the shopping scene. The shopping scene is so different. Like how it's set up is so different. So as I took you guys under the underground and a whole bunch of old buildings, the setup is very like ancient. Very like old way of shopping. I love it. And it's just very different.
They got pet stuff, some nice lettuce, but my dogs they are stubborn, man. If you're not careful, they always hit to the leash every chance they get. So they're not getting any.
We got some local fast food here. So I'm just basically walking around. So homeless people do. Walk around all day, try to keep yourself busy.
I noticed that, the corn and the carb is everywhere, the roasted one and the boiled one. So I decided to try it.
Pretty good.
My phone was dying, I needed to charge it, so I went back to the initial cafe that I went to have some tea and charge my phone. I needed this adapter in order for me to charge my phone, so I found one in the market. Now we have more battery to keep recording, so I was grateful. I enjoyed my tea. I think I had 3 cups of this Turkish tea. It's nothing new to me because they have a Turkish restaurant in Accra, Istanbul, DNR. If you've not been there, you should check it out. Pretty good. When I first came in the morning to have my breakfast, I saw these 2 dogs. They are fat and they were just, lying down, sleeping. And I'm like, I thought the owner was out there, but after a couple of hours, right, I went walking around. It's been like 4 hours since I first saw them. I came back and they are still here. So I think they are homeless. One thing I'll tell you though is Turkish people are very proud of their country and their language, because on the plane they speak their language first before the English language, and I see their flags everywhere I go. That's something that we can all learn from. The Turkish people are proud people and they're proud of their country. Still out here, still homeless. I got about 10 hours out here, so I'm living the bum life for the next 10 hours. Just try to keep myself busy and I'm gonna go back to the airport, continue my journey. For a busy city like Istanbul needs public transportation, and this is what we got here. It's yellow and white. All over the city people are fishing from this water, and it's, I don't know if they're doing it for fun. They're actually using it to, feed themselves. And they have this amazing bridge with beautiful aesthetics. I really love how the bridge was designed. I went underground and I realized that nothing is for free in Turkey. Nothing is for free, my friends. Nothing. So I couldn't look through the water because I needed some coins. I was holding money, but I did not have the coins to insert it in this specific machine. So I did not get to look in the water. But I wish I could have been able to do that. But that's one thing I realized yet again. Just stay tuned with me here. Nothing is for free in Turkey. Yeah, so I'm out here. Still homeless, but enjoying my time though. I'm not sad. Making my time, making use of my time. I decided to have lunch. So it's been a while since I had shrimps, so that's what I went for. It looks like, bread is a big thing over there, because for a starter, they give me a lot of bread for one person, and I only ate one because I like to keep my tummy flat and my 6-packs in tight. That was hot. Literally. Time to eat. I had to save the life of this fish, and I went hiking in the city. I kept climbing until I got tired, and I descended down because it was just too much. Beautiful artwork. So yeah, I got about 5 hours out here, and then I gotta head to the airport, and then wait for another like 3 hours before I continue my journey. So basically, I've been out here for a very long time. I've been out here for the past 12 hours. And I got 5 more hours out here as a homeless person, and then I'm heading to the airport for additional 3 hours. Then I'll continue my journey. Basically, the way my layover was set up, it doesn't really make sense for me to get a hotel or anything like that. So I decided to live the homeless life. The most challenging part though is because I hate sitting, so I try to walk a lot. Sitting down for a long time is not good for your lower back, so I decided to walk around. And then you guys also saw me lying down at one point to relax my back. That has always been my way of moving. Even when I work, like almost every 30 minutes, I get up to stretch my back. So that has been the most challenging part. As far as like, in the restroom and all that, I've been eating in restaurants as I've been sharing with you guys, so it wasn't really a problem. I try to do that when I have the chance to do it, and it's been working out beautifully. I'm out here solo. It kind of reminds me of New York. There's plenty of stuff around, so I just been walking around ever since my driver dropped me off in the morning, and everything has been working out so far. 5 more hours to go, but I think I got this. Descending from the mountain top, right? I was climbing up, and it was not ending, so now I have to descend down, and there are stores everywhere. That's just one thing I realized. Stores everywhere. And this particular car reminds me of New York. You see that little tiny space where that guy parked, and how tiny the road is? A lot of fruit sellers. Another fishing spot, heavily fishing, and they are pretty good at it. They got all the right tools. They're getting the fishes for sure. They got them in the water. They're still breathing. Are they going to put them back in the water, or they're going to go eat them? I think they are going to go eat them, because nobody's going to come and stand there for hours and then put the fishes back in the water. Remember what I told you, that nothing is for free? Yes, we have to pay to go use the restroom. They got a whole system for that. Had my last meal for dinner, beef and a wrap. Back in the airport to continue my journey to the Philippines. But I had an incident with my taxi driver as my card wasn't working, and the guy was furious. But I did find my ATM and took out his money for him. So I am safe and sound.